In this video, ladies, we will make sure that we understand what we have to do in project 3 from task 1 until task 4. So this explains the types of documents you have to submit it for each task and what we are expecting of this task. Task 1.1, you're supposed to submit a Word file, dress code policy for staff. So, are you all aware of this one? You already submitted this one, but some students have already returned it to them to change a little bit. Okay, so no problem with task 1.1, ladies. Okay. Task 1.2, you're supposed to submit a Word document. You have to discuss the meet and greet policy and the procedures for customers. So all this, you are aware what you have to submit here. A Word document containing the procedures for welcoming and greeting the customer. Any question regard task 1.2? Clear? Very good. In task 2, you have to submit either a Word file or an Excel file containing a booking form of the hotel, but also you have to fill it in. So are you aware of this task, task 2? Creating a booking form and fill it in. Any problem with task 2? Very good. Task 3, I didn't explain it to you before, or I explain it, I can't remember. So task 3, you're supposed to create a role play. You have to submit 2 files, a Word file containing the scenario and an audio file recording your voice. For this role play, you have to greet and welcome customer while he's doing check-in. So is there any problem with task 3, ladies? Any question for this role play? Yes. Asking about the time. For task 3, I didn't submit the due date. I think I've already submitted for today. Task 3. Task 1.1, 1.2, and task 2. Then we have task 3 here. Already we have students submitted their task. And it's already there, ladies. You have to submit it by today, 12th of July. So, okay, you have the time if you didn't finish it yet. So in here for this task, you can work through it and submit it as soon as you can. Because after the vacation, you have task 4 to finish it, and it's very long. So I don't want you to leave all the work for later. Got the point, ladies? So spend today to finish this task. I recommend you all to finish task 3 by today. Then you have the time when we come back from the vacation to work on task 4, which is very long. You have to do a lot of work in task 4. Okay, ladies. So here I already explained to you what you have to do on the document for task 3. And it's the same. You will do a role play for meeting and greeting a customer. You need to submit 2 files, a Word document containing the role play scenario and an audio file. Then you have an example at the bottom there. Okay, ladies, any question regarding task 3? It is not working on my side if you put it in one file. You have to put it on separate files, a Word and audio file. If you place the audio file in the Word document, then it will not work on my side. It will only work in your computer. Okay, so you have to upload two files, Word file and audio file. Two files, ladies. Okay, so task 3 is clear now? Very good. Now we will explain task 4.1. 4.1, you have to submit also three files. One Word file, including a scenario with a role play and your recording. This is the second file, the audio file. This role play will be regard handling a complaint by a staff. So you have a guest, he's complaining, we will see the story. You have to write the scenario based on this story and record your voice. This will be the two files. Then also you have to create a Word file having the complaint form. I will upload the task for you. So in task 4.1, let us see it, what we have. In task 4.1, you have received an angry call from a guest saying that the television is not working. So this is the problem. The customer complaining regard the television, it's not working in his room. You have to deal with this complaint by yourself. So you have to say what you will do. Make a reference to the company's policies and the procedure on faulty equipment. So you have to, in the scenario, you have to calm down the customer. You have to make the television working again. So how you will do this? And provide the complaint evidence. For this one, you have to write the scenario of your role play. You have to record your voice and also complaint. You have to fill in complaint form. Okay, ladies. So 1 and 2, the scenario and the audio file will be a scenario between two people, the guest through the phone and you through the phone also as a receptionist. Complaint form, you have to get the information there at the same task. If you go down, you will see a complaint form. You need to fill it. So what's the information here? You have to mention the name of the customer, the date of complaint, his room number, the problem complaint, and give details about the description, like the guest is complaining to regard the TV is not working. Then also you have to mention here what action did you take to solve the problem, and to mention is the customer satisfied with the solution or no. So while talking in the phone, you have to provide a solution to the guest. This is basically what you have to do in 4.1. So any question, ladies, regard 4.1? Beneath also, you can find some another examples for complaining. So you can take also any case of this if you want, rather than choosing the television. There is also beneath it some phrases that will help you to construct your scenario, like I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I can give you a refund. There is also a ways for complaining, like you call this a luxury resort, look at this, it's rubbish. So choose the one that most fit with your scenario, or write your own. It's only an example. Okay, ladies, so this is regard task 4.1. Any question for this task? Very good. Task 4.2, you have to submit three files. The first file will be Word document. It should have for this task, for this word, the first one, it should be guest complaining. So you will create blank document. You will save it as guest complaint email. You will save it with the name guest complaint email and save it. Inside this Word document, there should be 3 parts, 3 emails, 1, 2, 3. The first part, it's supposed to be email screenshot from staff or receptionist, from the staff to the manager about a complaint by the guest. So it will be also a complaint. By this complaint will be referred to the manager to be solved. The first email supposed to be from you, the staff, to your manager about the complaint by the guest. So you will tell the problem here and you will say what the guest want. The second will be email screenshot from you, the staff, to the guest with a solution, asking him if he happy or satisfied with the solution or not. So the second part of this document, it's supposed to be an email from you, the staff, to the guest with a solution for his complaint, asking him if he's satisfied with the solution or not. The third part of this document also it's supposed to be email screenshot from you, the staff, to the manager. So the same as the one, but the subject here is different. Regard is the customer satisfied with the solution or not? Is it clear, ladies, what you have to do in the first document? So you have to create a Word document with the name guest complaint emails, including 3 email screenshots. So you will write an email, for example, in here, you will go to your email. Sorry, email. You will write an email. So go to your Gmail, for example, then compose a new email. Then from you, for example, your name, and in the subject, it's supposed to be guest complaining in room 200, for example. Then you will write the description of the complaint, and you have to mention here it's supposed to be from you to your manager. So the first one, it's supposed to be manager or hotel manager at Hilton, for example, .com. When you finish writing, at the bottom here, you have to mention your name, the receptionist. I don't know how to spell the receptionist, whatever. And the name of the hotel, Hilton Hotel, for example, or any other name of the hotel. Is it clear, ladies? So it has to be formal email. Dear Mr. Or dear manager, or dear Mr. Ahmed. Okay, so you have to fill in the formal email. I would like to inform you about a complaint, whatever. You have to finish the story here. So ladies, is it clear the first requirement in 4.2, the Word document, the first one? Okay. Then you have to take the screenshot from this email, print screenshot, and paste it on the first section of your task, like this. You will do the same with second part and third part. But the subject, the content will be different. Any question? Okay. Then we have also, so here, what is the story in 4.2? We have a new television has been provided. The image have all gone blank. So this is the story for the email. What's the complaint of the customer? The customer is now dissatisfied. His TV is not working. The customer want to put in a complaint. He want a discount on his booking. So he want a discount, but you as a receptionist not allowed to give him a discount until referring to the manager. You have to ask the guest to explain the problem. Be helpful by listening and taking notes. The customer has asked for a discount. Tell the guest that you will have to inform your manager because you are not qualified to make such a decision. This is what all you have to construct it in your email. Then you have to go to the manager with the complaint form. So you have to fill in the complaint form also and explain the problem, say what the guest has requested. Return to the guest with an email, replying from the email. Then ask the guest if they are satisfied with the solution and come back with the result to your manager. So for this one, you have to create a Word document with 3 emails. 1 email to manager, second email to guest, third email to the manager. Also, you have to fill in the faulty equipment form. I will find an example and include it in the task. Regard the equipment which has a fault, which is a TV. You have to report it. And also the third document here is the complaining form, the same as for task 4.1, which is a form you have to copy and paste on separate page and fill it based on the complaining. Okay, ladies, so this is for task 4.2. Any question? No question for 4.2? Very good. Okay. Now let us move into task. So this is what you have to do. 3 documents supposed to be inside task 4.2. Both of them supposed to be Word documents. One including email, one including complaint form, one including report of faulty equipment. Task 4.3, it's supposed to be only one file, a Word file with incident report form. So for this task 4.3, we have also a scenario. Here it is. What's in here? The scenario that you have a customer, he already turned on the television, but when he turned it on, it's a spark, it's a flash, and stop working. You have to mention in the report, which is incident report form. This is the name of the document. You have to mention what is the problem and what you have done for fixing this problem, and you have to fill in the form, the incident or faulty equipment form. So basically, this is what you have to do in the incident report. You have to write the name of the guest, like the details of the guest, like his name, contact details. So you can use this as example and create the same. Change the format if you want. Then you have to write the details of the incidents. You have to mention the date, the time, when it was happened, when it was reported, and where, the location where it happened. Then you have to mention who has affected with this incident. Is it a staff or a guest or non-guest? When did he arrive? When did he depart from the hotel? Then you have to write a description for the incident, and you have to write the company policies regard reporting incidents. So you can take this an example. At the end, it has to be the information and the approval of the managers, the name, the signature, and date. So this is basically for task 4.3. Incident report, one document as Word. Any question, ladies, for 4.3? Okay, very good. We still have task 4.4 to explain it. Here it is. But I think I want to take a break. In task 4.4, we supposed to provide 5 documents, 4 Word and 1 PowerPoint. Let us see what's in there. So in the first document, we supposed to create health and safety brochure or publication. So you're supposed to use this brochure as a guidance for the employees, what they have to do as health and safety procedures. The second document, it's supposed to be identifying hazard form. The third document, it's supposed to be risk assessment. Fourth document, it's supposed to be safety action plan. And the fifth file supposed to be PowerPoint about hazard. Okay, so I will explain it now in task 4.4. So this is task 4.4. First things, you have to prepare a flyer or a brochure or a publication that promotes a safe and health area for staff and guests that you will highlight while doing the check-in. So basically, you will tell the staff the health and safety procedures they have to follow in their working area. An example could be, I don't have an example here. I think I already created one. This is an example. So this is what you're supposed to do to create a brochure. The brochure can be in any size as a document, including health and safety procedure for XXX hotel. This can be the title. Then you have to list it as a point, including pictures about health and safety. An example could be always make sure there is no liquid near the electricity devices. Check the wires not to lie on the floor, for example, on the walking area. Then you have to include some pictures like this one here, for example, for the liquid. You can check for no liquid sign. This is an example, near no liquid near the equipment or near the electricity source. So you can use an image and place it in your document as a brochure, creating your brochure, and do the necessarily formatting. Is it a clear requirement number one, ladies? Creating a health and safety brochure. Ladies, I need a confirmation. Ladies, are you here with me? Okay. So I just want to make sure, did you understand what do I mean by create healthy and safety brochure? Okay, so I'm expecting something like this. You will have health and safety procedure for XXX hotel, whatever it was the name of your hotel. And just include it with simple pictures and do the specific format that the employees will when see this brochure, they know exactly what they have to avoid, like not to have liquid near the electricity source, not to have wires lying on the floor, on the working side or on the working area. Then it includes some simple pictures, and that's it for the first file of task 4.4. The second file, it's supposed to be identify hazard form. So you are in the working area and you identify hazards in the space. For the hazards, you need to fill in, it's already there, you need to fill it in. You need to find what is the type of the hazard. So it's supposed to be here. Identify possible hazard in the working area, who might be affected with this hazard, evaluate the risk and calculate what reaction you need to take. So what you have to do to avoid this risk of this hazard, and write your finding, implementing a plan of action, what you have to do, and present your finding to the class. This is an example of the hazard form. So for example, what is the hazard? You can say a broken glass at the entrance. You found this one. What is the nature and causes of the risk? You can say the nature, um, injury, possible of possibility of people getting injured with glass, broken glass, and get wound. Example, this is the nature, the causes of the risk. It can be people may not see the broken glasses and walk on it, then get injured. This is an example. Then what is the likelihood of this hazard occurring? You can say it is very likely that people may not see the glass, the broken glass and get injured. Example. It is very likely, it is not likely, so this is the likelihood. What are the possible consequences of this hazard occurring? Bleeding or cutting skin. So whatever it was, the hazards here. Then this is the requirement number 2. So in this number 2, you have to fill in the hazard form, which is already in the task. I will publish it to you. You need to fill it in with the possible hazard that you might find it. Don't use my example, ladies. If I am giving you an example, it's only to clear the idea in your mind. So I've seen some of the students who use my own words, my own example. This is not your answer. This is my example. So if I am giving you an example, create some idea the same way. Don't use my own example. Okay, ladies? Um, then then also this is regard identifying the hazard form. Another Word document will be the risk assessment, and the risk assessment also already there. So you have to take it here, the risk assessment, and create a document. So you will take this table, starting from here, risk assessment form, copy it to a new Word document with the name risk assessment. So you will take this document, risk assessment, then you will write the details based on the hazards you identified already on the first document. So you will state here the hazard details. You will say a broken glass, which is in my example, on the entrance. So it's like repeating on the entrance area. Okay, the consequence you will say it, you already mentioned there, it's very likely. So here is likely, possible, unlikely. It's the degree of this hazard happen on the hotels. So likely mean it's very probable that someone will get injured with this hazard. Possible, it could be happen. Unlikely, it's very unlikely, or no one could injured with this hazard. Then this is the consequence, major or moderate or minor. Major mean it's very dangerous. Moderate mean they can get hurt but not to death, for example. Then we have minor, which is very minimum to have injured with this hazard. Just a second. Okay, ladies, back to you. So did you understand what you have to do in the risk assessment here? You have to create X, the table here, and just put the cursor where you have to measure your hazard. Is it clear, ladies, for this task? Very good. Then at the end here of the risk assessment, you will list possible consequences. So what can be happen because of this hazard? Like people get injured, bleeding, cutting skin. It is likely to occur. It's like, yes, this can happen a lot. No, this cannot be happen a lot. This is for the risk assessment document, which is in task 4.4, and it will be the third required document here. Then we have also to write safety action plan. And the safety action plan, if you go down of the task, then also you will see a table. You will take it, safety action plan, and you will do the same, create a new document with the name safety action plan. In this plan, you will state the hazard. it's already there, you have to fill it. So you will state the hazard. What is the hazard? In my example, it's a broken glass. Then you have to state what you need to do to remove this hazard. So removing the glass, call who is responsible about it, like the clean man, like the housekeeping. So who will be responsible for removing that hazard? Then you have to mention the date of completion and for reviewing the condition of that hazard. This is regard the safety action plan, which is the fourth requirement of task 4.4. The last requirement for this task is creating a PowerPoint presentation, which will be about a hazard using the document you already mentioned in 2, 3, and 4. So you will create something like this, a PowerPoint. You will say hazard in XXX hotel, and you need to identify what is the hazard. So here you will say a broken glass and entrance area, which is the same information from 2, 3, and 4 in task 4.4. Okay. Entrance area. Then you will mention also the risk of the hazard. What was the risk? So you will use the same information from 2, 3, and 4 to present it as PowerPoint. You will mention the hazard, what is the risk out of the hazard, and how to fix the hazard, the action needs to be taken, and who is responsible, and the consequence from the hazard. So is it clear what you have to create in the presentation, ladies? Yes, it's supposed to be 4 to 5 slides, not that much. Using the same information from what you have already created in the task, the hazard form, the risk assessment, and the safety action plan. Okay, ladies? Is it clear?